Hey everybody, I'm on a roof, which is a place I go to feel close to my dad. My dad was a roofer, and I want to tell you a story. One day, he came home and he told me that he was called a tar N-word by fellow African-American roofers. We both knew that meant that they viewed him as an equal. And my father was someone that treated everyone with dignity and respect. And when you're up on a roof, many stories off the ground, in August heat, sweating your face off, dealing with products that need to be heated, you will immediately have camaraderie with the person to your right or your left. The difference is that when my dad got off the roof, especially 20, 30 years ago, his life had a lot less friction than his fellow African-American or men of color or people of color roofers. This takes nothing away from my dad. My dad busted his butt, as do I. Why we're still getting wrapped around the axle about talking about systemic racism and white privilege is beyond me. I knew it existed then. I know it exists now. My dad and I got into so many deep dives over the course of our lives. And that night, as many deep dives did, it had a little edge to it. I wish I could go back and treat my dad with more decorum and respect and use better tact and tone. My dad wasn't 100% ready to realize that when he got off the roof, he was different, right? My dad viewed everyone the same. He was a part of a brotherhood, an international union brotherhood. He eventually became the vice president and president of Local 154, the union for Long Island. I miss my dad. My dad died in a tragic roofing accident in 2008. There's so many messages here if you're not picking them up already. Number one is white privilege is real. All it means is that if you're not a person of color, and if you're not coming from a marginalized community, and you're not dealing with systemic racism or systemic factors that impinge upon your life's a little easier. It doesn't mean that you don't work hard. It doesn't mean you should feel guilty of anything. It just means let's be more cognizant of how we can use that additional lightness, that ease for good. Also, because my dad is no longer with me, I don't get to have those deep dives. So when you're having deep dives right now with your colleagues, your friends, your family, make sure you're using tact and tone and that you're being respectful. Third point, if you're a C-suite, I hope your staff, your team is challenging your process the way I challenge my dad and my mom. If you're a parent, I hope you're open to your kids challenging your process. I can't wait for my kids to inform me and hold up the mirror on the places that I need to grow, because they're going to be more tuned in. They're going to be more cognizant and more culturally competent, hopefully, than I am. I want that. I want that constructive feedback. I want my kids or my staff or people around me or colleagues to hold up the mirror so I can grow. Let's all do it together. Let's all hold up the mirror. Let's all grow. And let's all be mindful of this moment, because you never know what tomorrow brings. Be well. Bye.